Have you ever wondered if the secret to prosperity isn't some new age hack, but something ancient, something hidden in plain sight? Well, today we're going to crack open a powerful framework for wealth, and it's not built on quick fixes, but on these incredible, timeless principles from Jewish wisdom.
Okay, let's start with this one verse from Proverbs. It's literally the bedrock for everything we're talking about today. Now, it's not saying life is going to be easy, but it's planting this huge idea that real wealth, the kind that's built the right way, doesn't have to drain you or cost you your peace. It just completely changes the game, reframing prosperity as way more than just dollars and cents.
All right, so right off the bat, we need to draw a really clear line. Over on one side, you've got what many people call prosperity theology. It's kind of that transactional name it and claim it idea. But what we're diving into today is something totally different. It's prosperity wisdom. This is a holistic approach where your money, your character, and your community are all tangled up together in the best way possible.
So the big question is, how do we get back to that? The core idea here is that a lot of us have kind of lost touch with these really practical, down-to-earth roots of faith. So this framework, it's a roadmap back. It lays out 6 foundational keys, all pulled from ancient Hebrew principles designed to rebuild that connection, literally from the ground up. And here's what's so crucial. This whole thing is built from the inside out. So before we even think about strategy or what to do, we have to get our internal world right. We're going to start with the first 2 keys, faithfulness and gratitude. Think of them as the concrete foundation. Without them, nothing else stands.
First up, emunah. That's the Hebrew word for faithfulness. And this is where you really start to see how deep this wisdom goes. See, this isn't just about believing something in your head. Emunah is active. It's trust in motion. It's about showing up when you say you will, keeping your word, being consistent. This is the very soil where everything else begins to grow.
And this isn't just some vague idea, it gets super practical. We're talking about building a daily rhythm, a routine, becoming the kind of person people know they can count on, honoring the Sabbath, which is framed as this powerful act of trust, right? The idea that you can get more done in 6 focused days and 7 chaotic ones. Even tithing is flipped on its head. It's not about paying a bill, it's about showing where your loyalty lies.
Okay, the second key is gratitude. And the history behind this is just wow. The Hebrew word for a Jewish person, Yehudi, actually comes from the word for thanksgiving. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's woven into the very fabric of identity. It's a discipline. It's about actively training your brain to see what you have, not what you're missing. And just like with faithfulness, this gets really practical. It's a daily workout for your mind. We're talking simple stuff, but it's so powerful. Like starting your day by actually saying what you're thankful for, keeping a journal, and this one's tough, finding things to be grateful for even when things go wrong. It's literally about rewiring your brain to look for the good, to hunt for opportunities instead of getting bogged down by problems.
Okay, so once we've got that internal foundation locked in, faithfulness and gratitude, the framework moves outward. It's time to talk about our actions. The next 2 keys, ethics and justice, are all about how we actually show up and operate in the real world.
So that brings us to key number 3, yashar. It means upright or straight. And the message here is so powerful and honestly pretty countercultural. Your integrity, it's not some nice-to-have soft skill. In this framework, it's a core wealth-building strategy. In a world full of shortcuts, being trustworthy makes you invaluable. The alternative is like trying to hold on to stolen fire. Eventually, it's just going to burn you. And to make this real, the idea is to actually write out your own personal code of ethics. Look at these examples. They seem simple, right? Never promise what I can't deliver, pay people on time, admit when I mess up, but each one of these is a brick in building a reputation that becomes your most valuable asset, hands down.
Okay, now for key number 4, tzedakah. And this one is a total paradigm shift. Most of us translate this word as charity, right? But the actual Hebrew root means justice or righteousness. And that one little change, it changes everything. Suddenly, giving isn't just a nice thing you do if you have extra, it becomes a fundamental responsibility. It's this idea that whatever we have, a piece of it is held in trust for others.
And the thinking behind this is so incredibly deep. The famous philosopher Maimonides laid out 8 different levels of giving. And guess what the highest level is? It's not just writing a check. The absolute highest level of giving is to help someone in a way that they no longer need help. Giving them a job, entering a partnership, helping them start a business. It's about moving from short-term relief to long-term empowerment. Just brilliant. All right, let's recap. We have the inner foundation, we have the outer framework of our actions. So what powers the whole thing? The last two keys are the engine for growth: wisdom and community. These are the dynamic forces that keep everything moving and growing. Key number 5 is chokma, or wisdom. And again, we've got to be clear, this is not about being a trivia champion or having a bunch of degrees. Chokma is applied knowledge, it's skill, it's craftsmanship, it's knowing how to live well. The core belief here is that your mind is, without a doubt, your single greatest asset. You know, if you stop learning, you stop earning, and that applies to every part of life.
And of course, this kind of wisdom doesn't just happen by accident. You need a plan. And here are some really concrete ideas. Read books like Proverbs regularly. Actually budget a percentage of your income for your own development. Form a group to talk about what you're learning. And this last one is huge. Teach others what you learn. There is no better way to truly master something.
And that brings us to the 6th and final key, kehila, community. This is such a profound point. In this entire worldview, there's no such thing as a lone wolf. It just doesn't exist. Prosperity is a team sport, period. Your success and your community's success are completely intertwined. The lone wolf, as they say, is always the most vulnerable. So what does this look like in practice? It means really investing where you are. Don't just show up to your church or local group. Get involved. Serve. Build a real network, not just for what you can get, but for what you can give. And it means taking real ownership for the well-being of your town. And finally, it's about thinking bigger than just yourself, thinking in terms of generations. What are you building that will outlast you? So you take all 6 of these: faithfulness, gratitude, ethics, justice, wisdom, and community, and you put them all together, and it becomes so clear, right? This isn't a get-rich-quick checklist. It's a blueprint for a whole integrated life.
And really, it all comes back to where we started, with this verse from Proverbs. The whole framework is basically an invitation to trust a bigger design, instead of just relying on our own little plans. It leaves us with a huge question to chew on. The question isn't, how can I get more stuff? It's, how can I align my entire life, who I am, what I do, and what I have, with a path that's more meaningful, more integrated, and truly timeless?